news for us. We are talking about a really good person. I was lucky to know him, to speak with him for many times. He was a legend for this club. He was an ambassador for football. And we are sad. We are sad because it's very difficult to accept this news. We want to pass on to the family our deepest condolences. I think this is a big loss. No, at the moment, two players are out, Luiz and Padu, and the other players. We have two days to check the physical condition of the players. Yeah, but now for sure we have two player out, and Luiz and Ampadu.
So you're expecting Courtois and Pedro to be back in contention?
Yeah, could be.
What have you made of West Ham's recent form?
We must pay great attention because in the last period they are playing good football. They are having a good result, and they are fighting to avoid the relegation zone. We must pay great attention. At the same time, we want to try to get 3 points tomorrow. It's a London derby, and for us is an important game to try to continue to have an hope to reach a place in Champions League.
Do you think you can still qualify for the Champions League?
For sure, we must be realistic to understand that this defeat was a bad defeat for us, and we had the opportunity to reduce the gap with Tottenham. But at the same time, we have to try. We have to try to do everything. We have to try to do everything to try to continue to have the possibility to fight for a place in Champions League. It won't be easy. We must be realistic. But I think at the same time we have to try to give all ourselves. We have to show. We must show pride, desire, will to fight until the end of this season. And this must be our target in this season now.
Have the players this week shown that they can show that pride, that they can take that responsibility for the way the title defence has gone this season?
But I think that everyone has to show pride, desire, will to fight until the end of the season, and this is very important. This is very important for me, for my staff, for the players to show this. Also because I think that our supporters deserve this, at least this.
Last one, Paul. Last one.
If it's the last one, I'll ask you two in one. What have the bosses said to you this week about falling 8 points behind the Champions League places? And also there were some comments from Gianluca Vialli that he said he cannot wait to leave Chelsea. Is that true?
This is not true. This is not true. And Gianluca is a friend, but I'm not talking with him for 1 year, maybe. Yeah, this is not true. This is not true, and it's very difficult for me. But since this season, I'm listening a lot of speculation about my future, and I listen a lot of people to talk about my future. I'm reading a lot of speculation about my future. But since the start of this season, not now. Yeah, but the only true that I'm committed for this club. I'm committed for this club. I have a contract for this club. I'm working very hard for this club. This is the only truth. The other situation are not true. Are not true.
Okay, John, please.
Antonio, what's the mood of your players been this week? Have they been a bit low? Has the confidence been hit by the defeat?
After defeat, especially this type of defeat, it's not simple. It's not simple, but at the same time, I think that everyone must show pride in this moment, must show great desire to change the situation, and not to complain, and not to cry. I think this is the only way that we can do if we want to try to finish this season in the best possible way.
And is that your job now to make sure they do show that pride? Because I suppose you could understand if they switched off a bit, given the gap is so big.
Yeah, the gap is big, and this is the truth, and we know this. But as I said before, and we must show great pride to finish the season in the best possible way, and to show great desire, to show great will to work for the team with the ball, without the ball, and not only to enjoy football. Yeah, I think that we have to show this in this final of the season.
And how are you finding it personally? It must be a pretty difficult period in your career as well, isn't it, at the moment?
I don't think so. For sure, I predict this season that it would be very difficult for me at the start of the season. Yeah, and I predict this, but this is a moment that we have to face with great desire to change the situation. But we have only one way to work very hard. Sometimes it's not enough to work very hard to change the situation.
Do you think it helped that you predicted the situation, almost putting it out there very early on, that you thought it was going to be a struggle, that maybe subconsciously players and other people may have picked up on that?
Did you saying early on that it was going to be difficult? Do you think that's helped? That now, as it's become difficult, has it helped you?
Well, no, I'm saying, is it on opposites? That has it actually been to the detriment?
You're saying the opposite.
Yeah.
Okay.
The fact that you said that early on, that maybe it was the players heard that everybody else picked up on that. That you thought, you said very early on that the season was going to be tough.
So you're asking, did it affect the players that he said that?
Mood around the place.
No. Are you joking? Yeah, but there is only one problem for you, and you have to try always to think. Yeah, but the players have confidence, but the player now is not playing. Is sad, and which is the way to make the player happy? But it seems that in this league you have only this problem to try to understand which is the humor of the players. But football is another situation. Is another situation. In football you must do fatigue. You must show a great desire to fight. Yeah. Football is this, not that if confidence is up or down can change, or if a player is happy or not happy. This is ridiculous for me.
Okay, Moose, one from you, one from Liam, and then we move on.
Can I just ask a couple? One was about
We've only got time for one each, that's it.
I was just Can I ask two in one then? Sunday is going to be a very emotional game because of obviously Ray Wilkins' speech. So how are you going to make sure the players don't get caught up in the emotion of Sunday? And also, is Sunday now about building towards the end of the season and what surely is the FA Cup, which is a big goal for the end of the season?
But I think on Sunday we must be ready to make a great memory to Ray, and I think that this will be very important. And then there is the game, but I see two different situations, and I think that it's not right to mix these two situations. We must have great respect for this tragedy, and then to think to play football, to try to give the best during the game. Yeah.
Okay, Liam, last one.
Antonio, you and other Premier League coaches have been trying different things to stop Manchester City this season. Liverpool have now beaten them twice. Do you think Liverpool have shown the way for other teams to maybe beat Manchester City in the future?
No, I think that you can beat the opponent in different ways. There is not only one way to beat an opponent, and for sure, before to play a game against this type of opponent, you must understand which are the characteristics of your players. Because if you have players good to press, good to run for 95 minutes, it's right to bring high intensity from the start of the season to press. If you don't have this type of players, that they have difficulty to press, they have difficulty to play without football, and you have to go in another way to try to beat them.
Okay, cameras off, please.